Well, I've said many, many times over the years that no ifs, ands, or buts, the opening couple of weeks of the season, no matter the sport, but particularly in the NFL preseason and college basketball, it's the only time you have the advantage over the odds makers because you will find numerous soft lines, and it just makes sense at this time of the season, especially because the odds makers are focused, obviously, on college football and the NFL. Consequently, you got all these non-conference college basketball games. You've got all these teams that no one really knows what to expect, so you'll find soft numbers and you can exploit them and make money. Prove my point, putting my money where my mouth was on Friday, hitting my opening college basketball game of the year, going now 13-4-1 with that play the past 18 years, as I give you a 15-dime winner on North Carolina, getting the job done against Michigan State in a very strange game here in Vegas. Tar Heels early on Friday were an 11-point choice. The public money came rolling in on Tom Izzo's Spartans, pushed that game down to 8.5 to 9, and of course North Carolina, sluggish, but got the win and the cover with the 12-point triumph, and it was another winner for me. Hi guys, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Saturday video report. On Friday, I also gave you a free winner on St. Joe's and college hoops. I've got a number of college football freebies coming up. Money-saving discount coupon code that'll save you 20% off your total purchase price. Guys, this is the type of coupon that can save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars, especially if you've ever been interested in buying a long-term package from any handicapper or handicappers at the site, or if you're interested in buying multiple plays today, as I said, this will save you hundreds of dollars. Details on that coming up as well. We will get to that in a second. Let me just quickly talk about a couple of handicappers I want to point out as also to you. Bob Valentino is not a handicapper that releases plays every single day. However, when the mood strikes and he finds value on the card, that's when he strikes. Last Saturday, you may recall I was talking about Bob because he had his first ever 100-dime college football play ever. Not in the month, not in the week, not in the season. I'm talking first ever 100-dime college football release, and he scored with Pittsburgh getting the cover at home in a loss against Cincinnati. Well, today he's back with another 100-dime play. Naturally, it's the second ever 100-dime play in college football in his career. It goes at 3:30 Eastern Time, Texas A&M and Kansas State. Every bit as strong as last Saturday, so you might want to check that out. Craig Davis, how much have I talked about this guy over the past couple of weeks? Not only has he made you money in the NFL, but in all sports combined. Today's biggest college football release of the season, his first 75-dime play, but it also happens to be his 75-dime winner number 5 in a row. It's on Central Florida and Southern Mississippi in Conference USA action. Now understand, he's had 3 of these plays in the NFL this season. He has won them all. The first one was Dallas getting the win and cover as he told everybody to buy down the half point in their overtime comeback win at San Francisco in mid-September. Then he had the Bears outright over the Eagles. Then he had the Raiders outright over the Chargers Thursday night. This play is every bit as strong as those. 75-dime winner number 5 in a row, and again, it matches his biggest it is his biggest college football release of the entire season. Want to mention quickly Trace Adams. The guy has won 12 of the last 15 days. He's turned a profit. Last Saturday, hit his highest rated college football release of the season, a 2,500 star play on Virginia in road revenge, getting the job done easily in a double-digit win against Maryland. Today, his second 2,500 star release of the college football season. Give you a little perspective. It's even bigger than his 2,000-star winner he had on the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl last year. And as for me, North Carolina last night was a 15-dime release. Those 15-dime releases may not sound like a lot when I'm talking about guys that have 100-dime plays and 75-dime plays, but that is a big play for me, guys, because 99% of my plays are rated between 5 and 15 dimes. So that's right there at the very top of my scale in terms of ratings. Well, today I have my 15-dime college football mismatch of the year. I think this is a 24-point burial blowout. Again, a little perspective. It's every bit as strong as last Saturday's 15-dime winner when I told you LSU would beat Alabama outright. It's every bit as strong as last night's 15-dime opening college basketball game of the year play with North Carolina. And those 15-dime releases in football and basketball combined now, going back to the beginning of NFL preseason play when it kicked off in August. 23-12. That's what I've got going today. Now, let me give you your money-saving discount coupon code, guys. It is HOMESTRETCH20. HOMESTRETCH20. because it's the home stretch of the college football season. That's for damn sure. HOMESTRETCH and the number 20. Home stretch 20. Put it all together, no space between the word home stretch and the number 20. And that will get you 20% off your total purchase price. As I always tell you when I use this type of coupon code for you, this is different than when I give you something that will get you $15 off. With a percentage off coupon like this, you want to put everything in your shopping cart at one single time and then apply the coupon, because it'll save you 20% off your total purchase price. So, to give you an example how this can save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I was talking about Craig Davis. This is the same guy that's only won 15 of his last 17 100-dime NFL plays, giving you the Broncos outright last Sunday. That's how hot this guy has been. Let's say you wanted to go in and get Craig Davis, and you wanted to buy 100 days of his service, which would carry you right through the Super Bowl. Well, the price of that is $929. Well, guys, again, you would take 20% off that purchase price. It would save you $184. But you can mix and match. You could put Craig Davis's 100-day package in your shopping cart, and then you go ahead and, let's say you wanted Bob Valentino's play. I think Bob's play today is like $85, his second ever 100-dime college football play of his career. Well, once again, 20% off. That would save you $17 there, on top of the $180-some you're going to save off of Craig Davis. Anything you put in your shopping cart, mixture of plays, mixture of packages, instant insider money moves, anything you put in your shopping cart, you then use home stretch 20, and it'll take 20% off the total purchase price. It would save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Again, if you had been considering making a long-term commitment to any particular handicap or a package here on the site, this is the time to do it. 20% off. The key, though, you can't come in and buy like Bob Valentino now and then say 3 hours from now, oh, I think I want Craig Davis's big play because it goes at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Doesn't work that way. You have to put everything in your shopping cart at once and then use the 20% discount coupon code, which again is going to be HOMESTRETCH20. Let's talk about some college football free selections here. Guys, I like Notre Dame laying the 3 touchdowns at FedEx Field against Maryland tonight. This is a Maryland team that its last 2 home games, true home games, in College Park, lost 31-13 to Virginia last week in a sloppy game with 5 turnovers. Week prior, could not stop Boston College ground game, losing 28-17 at home. They've lost 5 in a row, 7 of their last 8. Meanwhile, Notre Dame has bounced back from that loss to Southern California by destroying Navy at home and then rallying from a 17-10 deficit to win at Wake Forest 24-17 last week. The Demon Deacons have played very good in that dog roll this season. They've won 5 of their last 6, they being Notre Dame, and I like the Irish here. Look, Irish win today, then they beat up Boston College next week. They'd be 8-3 going into their season finale against Stanford. Not a bad run. It'll get them a decent bowl berth. So I like the Irish in this one. I also like Florida State minus the points against Miami. I know that the dog has been the play in this series. 9 of the last 10 meetings have been decided by 8 points or less. The dog has just been a phenomenal play, as I said. I think covering and winning each of the last 6 meetings straight up. But I like Florida State here right now. I like the way they're playing. They've won and covered 4 in a row, averaging 38.5 points in that stretch, giving up a shade under 10 points. Reason why is because they're healthy. And the Seminoles are getting great quarterback play right now from E.J. Manuel. I know Miami has gotten stellar quarterback play from Ja'Cory Harris this season. Only 4 interceptions. But this guy's a turnover machine, guys. 32 interceptions the past 2 years, only 4 this season. I'm sorry. That is just too dramatic of a difference. I say the law of averages starts to even out today against this aggressive, blitzing, athletic Florida State secondary and defense. Last year they harassed Harris, 19 for 47, with an interception and a 45-17 loss in Tallahassee. I say Florida State carries over and wins again. Number 4 total defense in the country here with Florida State. So I'm going to go with the Seminoles minus the points in this one. And then finally, I want to talk about Louisville and Pittsburgh. The game goes at noon Eastern time. Louisville's a 2.5 point choice, a 3-point choice in this game. I'm sorry, I wasn't that impressed with Pittsburgh losing to Cincinnati last week at home. I mean, they were up by 10 and they blew that in the second half. I like Louisville here. I mean, this is a young team that's coming off a 38-35 upset win at West Virginia. Prior to that, they beat up Syracuse 27-10 at home, edged Rutgers 16-14 at home. They've covered 5 in a row, 6 of their last 7. Charlie Strong has that defense playing aggressively. For Pittsburgh, here we are. I mean, middle of November, and this is just the 3rd road game of the season for the Panthers. The first 2, they lost by 4 at Iowa, and, they got the job done and lost at Rutgers as well. So, even though Pittsburgh has covered 4 straight in the series, I think Louisville gets the win and cover in that contest. One more final play for you. I'm going to ride Cincinnati today at home against West Virginia. Cincinnati's played so well. They're laying 3.5. This is a case, obviously, I would go ahead and buy down the half point. You've got this game being played at Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati's 2nd game at that location this season. Number 6 team in the nation against the run, playing very well defensively. Zach Collaros, the quarterback, Isaiah Peed, the running back, who's averaging like 106 yards a game. Both have powered an offense, and, they have been rolling. Their only loss this season came early in the year at Tennessee, a game in which they self-destructed. They've won 6 straight games, averaging 36.3 points an outing. Their last 2, they rallied on the road, winning at South Florida in the final 12 seconds, holding on and beating Pittsburgh last week. This is their 2nd home game, and it's not really on their campus, right? It's at Paul Brown Stadium. Only their 2nd home game since late September, so I like Cincinnati in that contest as well. So that'll do it, guys. Homestretch 20 is the money-saving discount coupon code to save you 20% off your total purchase. You know what to do with it. Good luck, everybody, and I will catch you again on Sunday morning.